Free throw good from Sexton. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings. Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And just about a minute into this first quarter. George with it. He had 9 points in his last time out. Collins passes to Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
I love it when Markkanen decides to throw it down. Show some fire on that finish.
Pass to Wilson. Back to Murray. Shoots over George. Murray's shot is good.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Phoenix, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And so it's Phoenix with it, following the bucket by Utah. Murray passes to Wiseman, and it's Wiseman with the jam.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Sexton, inside. George against Murray. Markkanen with a screen on Murray. 6 to shoot. Here's George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, from day one in the NBA, Keyonte George had the ability to create his own shot like few others, Doris.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keyonte George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Here's Wiseman, and it's Wiseman with the jam.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Murray moving that ball, creating for others.
And it's Utah with the ball. Trailing by 2. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
With all the attention that Murray gets, smart by Jamal to dish it on that play.
And so, Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. The Suns beat them last time when these two met in Phoenix.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
And let's honor a terrific player who has worked hard to earn this award, the Western Conference Player of the Month.
And we expect so much from small forwards in the modern game, but he exceeds even those high expectations, always generating good numbers and finding ways to be of use to his team.
Markkanen, the pass to Kessler. Markkanen looking it over. From 13, again, Utah.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Pass to Murray. Here's Wilson. Collins defending to the middle. Alexander gets the bucket. Alexander's got 5.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's George. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Here's Alexander. He's guarded by Markkanen. And he dunks it down.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jazz trail by 3. George outside. Tipped. In transition, here come the Suns. Murray's shot is good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
George passes to Collins. Down low. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Collins. Clarkson's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Collier in for George.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. And they get it back. Clarkson for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Booker, the pass to Alexander. From the top of the key, here's Wilson. And that one is stuffed right through.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Jazz trail by 4. 1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Booker against Sexton. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Alexander. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Sexton against Booker. To the inside. Here's Filipowski. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. And stolen by Sexton. Ooh, Booker with a block. Murray passes to Alexander. Here's Wilson. Outside Murray. Outside Booker. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Clarkson outside. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Clarkson's got 5.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so it's the Phoenix Suns finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So the Utah 5 right now. Collier is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's John Collins. Then it's Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward.
There's only so much you can take away, and you want to try to stop Jordan Clarkson on the drive so he gets the face-up jumper to go.
Here's Wilson. Here's Alexander. And he gets it to go. 13 points in the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Hendricks. Clarkson for three. Another three for Utah.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Suns lead by 4. And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from 3. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak.
Here's Collier, coming off a Suns make. And here's Clarkson. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
A strong start, and if anything, he's gotten better in the second quarter.
Murray passes to Booker. Here's Alexander. Pass to Wiseman, to the paint. Here's Wilson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Wilson's got 8 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And a chance to see the rookie leaderboard in the steals department. Second is Isaiah Collier. Third is Kyle Filipowski.
And both of these rookies tremendous on defense, reading passing lanes and disrupting offenses.
Collins passes to Clarkson. And stolen by Murray. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Wilson. Whoa! Oh, out of this world, reverse jam. Nice.
And there's the quick reflexes from Murray. Anticipated it and executed the steal perfectly.
Here's Collier, defended by Murray. Pass to Filipowski. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Hendricks. Clarkson outside. Down low. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Pass to Murray. And he's going for the lob. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Jazz. Brett, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Phoenix calls timeout. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And the Suns. Clarkson outside. Alexander pulls it in.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so it's Phoenix up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Back to the game after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
I think for the Jazz, they hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs? Not how it works, fellas. They don't have the talent to pull that off. The effort has got to be there.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Suns.
I think they've been smart in their approach, guys. I mean, finding ways to set up ready shooters. And if you don't have it, just make the extra pass.
And more often than not, the right guys are getting fed.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Jordan Clarkson, what a contribution.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. 15-point game. It's off to L.A. after this game, where they'll face the Clippers. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. We've got Murray, also Devin Booker out there, and it's Wilson in at the 4 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Defensive pressure simply not enough to deter Kessler in that instance.
Here's Alexander to the middle. Oh, the 7-footer! James Wiseman with the hammer.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Jazz trail by 15. Outside Sexton. George, a screen on Booker. Sexton passes to George. And down it goes. 2 points.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Wiseman, and it's Wiseman with the jam.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Utah's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Four on the clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Collins, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Alexander. George defending. Alexander, the pass to Wiseman. For 3, Booker hits the trifecta. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any 3 he gets. That is pretty.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Here's Alexander. It's guarded by Markkanen. Into the lane. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Now that's how you block the rim. Give them the 2 points and add a little style there as well.
Ridiculous. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Here they are, your Suns Panthers.
February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Suns, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And of course, there's Utah, not posing much of a threat right now.
Well, right now for the Suns, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And he lobs it up. It's stolen. Here's the break. Here's Alexander. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Good awareness by Murray. Sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
George against Murray. Kessler passes to George. It's hauled in by the Suns. Murray's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound. The officials were right on top of that one.
John Collins.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for Phoenix, DJ Wilson, taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. Clarkson's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. Clarkson, left side. Outside Sexton. Oh, Bucker with a block. And he gets it back. Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got 7 points in the game.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
From downtown, Alexander misses.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
With the crossover, and Sexton with the lay-in. He's got 9.
Well, slicing his way to the cup. Sexton so dangerous on the drive.
Inside, stolen by Kessler. Clarkson with the ball. Checked by Murray. Outside Sexton. Pass to Clarkson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Just 5 on the clock. Now here's George. And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
1:49 left in the third. Here's Wilson. And he jams it home with authority.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
For the Jazz, Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for John Collins. And it's Collier in for George. Jazz trail by 16. Clarkson outside to the inside. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. Here they come with numbers in transition. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
That one falls. Wiseman's got 14.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Down low. Filipowski pass to Clarkson. Basket's good.
Jordan Clarkson.
Clarkson's got 23.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Here's Wilson. He's got 12. Good on the bucket. And the Suns lead by 18.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
The shot by Filipowski, no good.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Wiseman. On the wing, Murray. Over to the left wing. Here's Alexander. And so it's Phoenix feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Utah 5 right now. Filipowski out there with John Collins. Then there's Collier. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward position. And the Jazz with possession here. Here's Collier. Pass to Clarkson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, one of those spark plug guys. You know you can put him in the game, and if he's got it going, he can ignite an offense.
Here's Alexander. Pass to Hayes. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And the Suns lead by 20.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And then it's Collins with the dunk.
John Collins has tremendous vertical showing off right there.
Phoenix leading by 18. Pass to Hayes. The teardrop. And he gets that one.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Here's Collier, hounded by Ball. Clarkson outside. Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision-making.
Clarkson for three. Knocks it down from distance. Clarkson's got 9 points now in the second half.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Alexander, the pass to Hayes. Ball with it. Pass to Capella. Clock at 6. Hayes lays it up and banks it in.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Clarkson against Simmons. To the paint. And stolen by Hayes. And they're pushing it up. Here's Capella. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Yeah, rugged play by Capella, going through the foul and creating an and-one opportunity.
Utah making a switch here. George is checked in. That's good from Capella. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
All right, the Jazz making a change here.
One shot.
And that one falls for Ball. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, BA, whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have zero problems with the salaries. Well, you can see how impactful Lauri Markkanen can be with that size and skill offensively. He is too good. You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Ball against George. Markkanen left side. Pulls it from the corner. It's hauled in by the Suns. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because...
Wow! Get out the way, Greg! Come on. Get out the way! Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
And, man, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Collins finds George. Back to Collins. Pass to Filipowski. George outside. Markkanen with a screen on Ball. Clock at 4. Puts it up from the high post. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Alexander, the pass to Hayes. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line for your Suns, Jackson Hayes, shooting one.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's blocked. Simmons against Sexton. And that one's good. Simmons has got his first 2 points of the night.
This is where Ben Simmons can be at his most effective, getting that dribble drive to work to his advantage.
Now here's Markkanen. He's covered closely. It's tipped. Alexander, the pass to Capella. Sinks the tray. Capella's got 8 points here in the quarter.
They're keeping the defense honest here. Capella a little out of his comfort zone in catch and shoot, but it is something he can do every so often.
George against Ball. And there's the lob, and Markkanen with the stuff.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Suns.
Pretty clear who... Oh, my goodness!
That was nice.
A ridiculous slam!
Look at the lift and the finish. Talk about something special. Enjoy that one, guys.
Man, just giving this crowd a show.
The NBA, the best athletes in the world, and that is why it is a global game. That was beautiful.
And there's a pick. Just 5 to shoot. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons.
That is the long arms and defensive prowess of Ben Simmons on display.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Sexton. Capella against Collins. Markkanen outside. Fires for 3. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. Capella with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Capella can't get it to go. Markkanen outside. Pass to George. Markkanen outside. Got a hand on it.
And blocks like this fire Ball's team up. They love watching him show some force on defense.
From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.
And I thrive off energy from inner cities that we lost, huh? I'm putting together on top of my back and I live in the back of the jungle. Lions, tigers, bears,